Nick Spencer and Marvel legend Mark Bagley taking a trip down memory lane as Kindred is finally fully revealed to Peter Parker, and the hero has to reckon with the knowledge that the villain is one of his oldest and dearest friends. Nick Spencer didn't waste any time this issue, using its entire 21 pages to confirm to Peter Parker that Harry Osborn is indeed Kindred, and Kindred is Harry Osborn, but also to tie it back to the big surprise party he and the others threw for Harry, an event we've seen so many times throughout Spencer's 50-plus issue run, and it's a reference to The Amazing Spider-Man issue 545 by Joe Quesada. As I've said in the past reviews, I love how Spencer is pulling from every era of Spider-Man, be it Joe Quesada era, or the Ditko era. It just all lends itself to being this huge epic plot that's been going on for years and involving Peter Parker and all of his friends. And I love that he's hanging these huge plot threads like Kindred being Harry Osborn on these old events in Spider-Man's history. Marvel legend Mark Bagley makes a return to Spider-Man, and there was no one better for this issue to draw thanks to its ties to Spider-Man's past stories. He brings his classic old school look to the issue, which thanks to most of the book being set in the past fits so damn well. I love the differences between the past and present represented by the panel borders Bagley did, with the past, which was generally during more a hopeful time for our characters. They're all living their high life and whatnot, being pure white, while all the stuff in the present is very dark and grey, symbolizing the path Peter has gone down as well as what Harry has become. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 53 was a damn fine issue that finally caught Peter up on who was behind all of the torment in his life for the past few years. Mark Bagley coming on to draw a story mostly set in the past and reliving past events was a fantastic move, and his artwork fit the premise so damn well. With the reveal out of the way, I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes next in Kindred's plan for Peter Parker. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 53 finds Kindred visiting a young boy as Peter awakens in his bed, going downstairs to find Aunt May cooking breakfast. Peter wonders what she's doing there, but May says that she lives there, telling Peter to sit for breakfast. Peter, however, rushes out of the house as May asks if he's under stress thanks to him running late for the party. Peter begins to remember the day as he heads to Osborn Towers, told to head to the penthouse by the sinister-looking doorman. Again, Peter begins to remember the day as he heads to the party and is greeted by the very much alive Flash Thompson. He spots MJ in the crowd, trying to make his way over to her, but the crowd is too thick and everyone tries to quiet him as Harry comes up the elevator, surprised by the party thrown in his honor. Kindred continues to look over the young boy before leaving to tend to the body of Spider-Man in his crypt. At the party, Peter continues to try and get to MJ, stopped by literally everyone in the party as MJ boards the elevator and leaves. Harry calls for a toast with his best friends, opening a bottle of champagne and telling Peter and his friends that the worst thing about hell is the parties there suck. Peter realizes what Harry is saying as the man wonders what Peter said next, remembering it was speak of the devil, and he appears. Kindred uses his powers on the dead Spider-Man, bringing Peter back to life, told by the villain that no one gets used to coming back to life, and even he hasn't yet. He knows it was worth the trip for Peter though, but the hero doesn't think so. Kindred can tell that Peter is disappointed, but he knows Peter always knew that he was Harry Osborn. He just didn't want to admit it. Angered, Peter shouts that it can't be Harry, but his former friend tells him he needs to accept it since that's the only way to move forward for the two of them, since they have much work to do ahead of them. Kindred removes his mask, saying that he kept trying to tell Peter it's not who he is, it's what he wants, as Peter learns that Kindred is indeed Harry Osborn.